Monday movie hunting, the best way to start your week, bloom. And it is the first Monday of 2015. Happy New Year. Yeah, wow, first Monday of 2015. You know, next month in February we'll have been Monday movie hunting for a year, which is scary. But yeah, this Monday, today is the 5th. Don't even know, 5th, yeah. Right, okay, so the Rover comes out, which I am interested in seeing, but I'm not picking anything up today, but there are some things that I am interested to see, but in the future when they go down in price a little bit. The Rover, Life of Crime with Jennifer Aniston. Now, I'm a big fan of Jennifer Aniston, and I've seen, I think, all of her movies, but this one, I saw the trailer for it, and I was kind of like, it doesn't look that appealing to me. I'm not super excited to see it, so I'm just like, but obviously, you know, I do want to see it at some point because it does have Jennifer Aniston in it. I'm just kind of a fan of her. So let me know if you've seen that one. I'd be interested to know. And then also, Deliver Us from Evil comes out today, which looks interesting. And then Frankie and Alice, which had my name, so that was exciting. Actually, that's the reason that I looked this trailer up. I think it's got Halle Berry in, is that right? And it's called Frankie and Alice, and it looks really interesting. This one definitely probably is the one that I think looks most interesting of the ones released today. So if you haven't heard of that, maybe go check out the trailer. I don't really know how to explain it, but it looks really, really interesting, and I think it's going to be an interesting one. So let's see if they got them. Let's go into Sainsbury's and see what they have. Okay, so here's the Blu-ray chart, and they had one I didn't know was coming out. It's Left Behind, it's $9.99, and Nicolas Cage. I hadn't heard of this before today, but I believe it's about a plane accident. I did talk about it a bit more at the end of the video, but yeah, it's based off a book. I don't know if you know anything about this, let me know, because I didn't even know it was coming out or anything about it. So that was that. And then I was having a look in the Blu-ray section, and they didn't have any of the other ones that I'd mentioned at the beginning of the video, so yeah, but they had X-Men Days of Future Past with the first class for £7, which I thought was a pretty good deal. You get both of those for £7. And then here is Deliver Us from Evil on the Rover, which both, you know, came out today. The Rover I am really interested in knowing more about and seeing and things, so definitely let me know if you've seen that one. I think it looks really interesting. I think I'll really enjoy that. So yeah, that came out today, but they didn't have a Blu-ray of it in Sainsbury's, just DVD. And again, the same with Deliver Us from Evil. They didn't have the Blu-ray, but they had the DVD. I really liked its front cover. I thought it looked interesting and really creepy. But yes, this is a new horror movie. I haven't heard too much about it, but it looks pretty interesting. And yes, this was the DVD area. And again, Left Behind was in the new bit for $7.99, and there wasn't really, and they didn't have any of the other ones. Again, I talked about this later on. The Devil's Knot, I recently saw the trailer for, thought that looked really interesting. They had that for £7, and Her is on sale for £5, so that's pretty good. I do still want to see that. And then look, they have the new Harry Potter covers for £3.49 in the new editions, but they only had 1 to 4. And I checked out the front covers on each, and the prices, they were all £3.49, bar the, I really liked that one, bar this one. This is £3.99, Goblet of Fire. I presume just because it's a bit bigger, I don't know. And then they also had If I Stay, which I love that book. And then here is a movie which I think came out last week, it's $9.99, but I don't know anything about, but I believe it is new. But I don't know much about it, so if you know anything about that. And then they had the Disney Infinity characters, which I hadn't seen here before. So they got like new ones like the originals, like Aladdin, Donald Duck, Merida. And look, there's Groot. Okay, so I'm back from the Sainsbury's, and as you can see, I was like, they didn't have, well, firstly, they had a different movie that I didn't even know came out today with Nicolas Cage in, and it was called, I've forgotten what it's called already, but it was basically about a plane crash, and it sounded quite interesting, actually. I haven't heard anything about it, I've not heard anyone talk about it, so let me know in the comments below if you've seen it, but it did sound quite interesting, but I am not the biggest fan of plane accident crash movies. Just because, I don't know, they worry me a bit, so I'm always like, but like Non-Stop of Liam Neeson, I do still want to see that. Like, I heard, you know, pretty good things about it, but I haven't watched it yet because it's about a plane crash. But I don't know, I feel like, I don't worry about when you get on a plane. I'm not one of the people who's really worried about it, because I feel like, well, there's more chance, like, I drive my car nearly every day, and there's obviously people getting more car accidents than plane accidents, but it's just when you see plane crash accidents on movies, they're always like really, I mean you know, they look very intense, which I'm sure they obviously are, but anyway, so it's just a bit of a, I don't know, so anyway, I'm not the biggest fan of those type of movies, but it did actually look interesting, so if you've seen that one, let me know, and I might check it out at some point, actually, even though I'm not the biggest Nicolas Cage fan either. So really, that movie has got things I'm not the big fan of, so if I liked that movie, it must have been a good movie, but I haven't heard about it. Anyway, And then Life of Crime did come out today. Where is it? I don't know. I mean, to be honest, I've watched the trailer for that, like I say, and it doesn't look... I don't like to judge a movie before I've seen the whole movie, and it just doesn't look very good, honestly. I don't really like the concept it's about, but like I said, I'm leaning towards seeing it because I mean, I know a lot of people don't like Jennifer Aniston, but I just kind of do. I don't know what it is about it. I think it's just, ever since I was young, I've liked Jennifer Aniston because of Friends originally, and so it's just kind of stuck with me, and I just kind of carried on with it, and then she's been getting a bit better. Like, I love We're the Millers, I think it's hilarious, and, you know, I also I quite enjoyed Horrible Bosses, and things like that, but this one just looks a bit... his wife gets kidnapped, and then, you know, they're asking for a ransom, but he wanted to divorce her anyway, so he's just like, oh, whatever. But if you've seen that one, let me know if you liked it. But anyway, it wasn't in Sainsbury's, I don't know where it was, I looked it up, it did come out today. We had the Rover, which I think looks really interesting. That is a movie that I've been kind of interested to see for a while. It's kind of like apocalyptic, you know, the world's kind of come to not much, and I don't know exactly how to describe it, but that's pretty much, you know, and there's this these two guys who, you know, meet each other from some, I don't know exactly the story. I've seen the trailer and I thought it looked really interesting, so if you see that, let me know in the comments below. And then there was also Deliver Us from Evil, which I think looks pretty interesting, and the cover, I liked the cover for this one. I saw the trailer for this one as well, I thought it looked interesting, but I'm gonna be honest, now a lot of people say many times to me, oh, I really wish you would talk about more horror movies and things like that, and this might surprise you. When I was younger, horror movies were my favourite genre of movie. No kidding. They were my absolute favourite. I loved horror movies when I was younger. I don't know what it was. They were my favourite. I'd always want to watch horror movies. They were the movies that I liked the best. And there's still many horror movies that I rewatch that I really enjoy. But as for newer horror movies, I just haven't been finding them as enjoyable. I really loved Sinister. I loved that movie. I thought it was great. I kind of liked a bit Paranormal Activity 3. The Conjuring I thought was pretty good until the very end, and then I was like, oh, it's the same thing again. So I find that I don't know, that's why I don't really talk about horror movies. Haven't really been enjoying the new ones. So when a new one comes out, I mean, I still want to see Oculus. And when a new one comes out, I'm just like, I would never necessarily pick it up on the first day, so it's not something that you'll see me talking about a lot in the hype of the first bit it's released, because I feel like oftentimes I've been a lot let down by them. They're not as good as I would want them to be, so, you know, it's just kind of one of those things. So anyway, but Deliver Us from Evil does look interesting. I'd like to see it in the future, so let me know in the comments below if you've seen that one and if it's good. And then we also, Frankie and Alice. I thought it came out today. It was supposed to come out today, and it's been pushed back to March, so that doesn't come out until March, but that does look really interesting. Just if you haven't heard it, just go check out the trailer. I don't really know how to explain it myself, because I started watching the trailer and I was like, oh, I know what this is, I'm not really bothered to see this, but then wait, watch pretty much the whole trailer, because the beginning isn't what it seems, for sure. I was very surprised watching this trailer. I was like, oh, interesting, it looks really good. It's kind of, just go check out the trailer. I'd recommend for that one, Frankie and Alice. But yeah, it doesn't come out today. I was wrong. I lied. I'm so sorry. But yeah, so those are the movies that were released today. Let me know in the comments below if you've seen any of these, if you think any of them I would enjoy. Next week, we actually have quite a big week for releases, and I don't think I'll be picking any up next week. I think what the films I'm going to pick up this month are going to surprise you. You'll be like, what? You picked up that movie over that movie? But yeah. Don't know, it doesn't mean that I don't really want to watch some of them. It just means that I feel like the ones that when I pick up a movie on the first day, I kind of feel like I know I'm going to love that movie, and that's why I pick it up. Whereas with other movies, I'm like, I could either really love this, or I could just be like, it's okay. So I wait a little bit. But yeah, so next week should be a fun one. We've got some great things coming out. Lucy comes out. I'll tell you actually, I'll tell you what comes out, and then you tell me if you think I should pick them up or if any of them are really good. Lucy comes out, that one I do want to see, I'm interested in seeing it, but I feel like it'll be a bit hit and miss with me, because I've seen movies similar to it and they're either hit or miss with me. Lucy with Scarlett Johansson. And then we've got Before I Go to Sleep, which I think I'm actually a bit more interested in. I thought the trailer for that looks fantastic, but I'm not the biggest fan of Colin Firth. That's my issue with that one, really. I'm a bit like, not the biggest fan of him. But anyway, Before I Go to Sleep comes out, and also something else. something else comes out, and I've now forgotten what it was, but anyway, you'll know about that next Monday. Hope you guys are having a great start of the year, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Thumbs up if you enjoyed Monday movie hunting and excited for them to continue in 2015. I'll see you then. Goodbye!